and Buffy Sainte-Marie after this break.
Honey and sweets, but it ain't nothing next to Bever's tree. And if you pardon me, I'd like to say we do okay. Reverend Blue Jeans Band.
Hello, welcome back, and it's time for the final part of our series on Neil Diamond on tour. Today, our entertainment correspondent Peter Morris finds out about some of Neil's memories of Britain and how he conquered a fear of duets.
Spend your desire with me, I'll be your man. Hooked on the memory.
Hooked on the Memory of You is due to be released as Neil's new single in mid-February. And don't worry, his relationship with vocalist Linda Press is purely professional. Her husband has been Neil's band leader for 20 years. On the record, the female voice is provided by Kim Carnes and is Neil's first duet since the 1978 worldwide hit with Barbra Streisand, You Don't Bring Me Flowers.
I've stayed away from it because I thought it would always be compared to my duet with Barbara. But Kim was in the studio. We didn't have anything planned. She's a terrific girl. I've always loved the way she sings. And she was there, and I said, Kim, I haven't done a duet since Barbara. Will you please sing with me for a half hour or an hour? And she was willing to do it, and we recorded 2 or 3 songs that we really liked, one of which we have in the album. So now maybe I've broken that fear of duets, you know, that came after You Don't Bring Me Flowers.
Well, only time will tell if this is to be as big a hit. But one thing Neil and his band are confident of is a warm reception on tour, particularly in the UK, one of their happiest hunting grounds.
Hello, London! We hope to be shopping on your streets very soon.
You bet we do, and she's serious about this. Expect a big rise in the national economy.
I have a million happy memories of playing England, from way back in 1966, playing Top of the Pops, and hanging out with Mick Jagger and Jimi Hendrix backstage and trying to pick up the chorus girls, to playing Festival Hall, to playing Royal Albert Hall, to playing Annabelle's, to playing Woburn Abbey for 75,000 people, to playing the Wembley Arena. It's absolutely fantastic every time.
One thing that all artists have to put up with that isn't always so wonderful, though, is press criticism. But a mutual love affair with his audience means Neil's managed to keep that well in perspective.
Sometimes it's embarrassing, and usually not all the facts are right. But I remember when The Jazz Singer came out, I got terrible reviews for it. And I had never experienced terrible reviews like that before in my life. And I have a whole scrapbook of reviews from The Jazz Singer, which are terrible reviews. Diamond stinks, you know, Diamond dull as can be. Neil Zircon. These were the headlines that they... And also in that book, I have my first live performance review, which was also the most disastrous review. They said I should go back to songwriting and never make an appearance again. So it kind of keeps things in balance. You know, the writers may say one thing, but somehow the public has a way of finding what they like in people. So I've got it in perspective. It's not all terrible and it's not all great. It's just hard work and loving what you're doing.
Well, you get the impression he certainly does that. From the camaraderie with the band and crew, through to what he does best, singing and performing. And despite sales totaling more than 20 million since signing to Columbia in 1973, fans will be glad to know he's never even contemplated early retirement.
It's too great. It's too much. It's, you know, it's what I do. It's what I am. It's what I've worked since I was 17 years old for. Matter of fact, in the show, we play the song I wrote when I was 17. It's the first song I wrote, and we do it just out of nowhere. It reminded me. It's a fun tune, my first song.
What was that?
It's called Hear Them Bells, and it's really terrible. But I think people will enjoy it.
That's almost certainly true. And as Neil heads off, preparing for the tour, we'll leave you with a reminder of previous concerts, where despite the stage suit, he reminds us he'd rather be
Blue jeans, babe. Here with me, I'd much rather be forever in blue jeans, babe. And honey and sweets, when you ain't nothing next to Bever's tree. And if you pardon me, I'd like to say we do okay, forever in blue jeans, babe. As long as I can have you here with me, much rather be forever in blue jeans, babe. All right.
He's all right too. That's why he's lasted. Well done, Neil Diamond. Now, our next guest has been recording